the mic. I don't think, can y'all hear me? Hey guys, I'm Ron Williams, Republican candidate for governor. You know that. All my bio information is on my website. We don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to cut right to the chase. I believe what he just said. We should hold our elected officials accountable. But let's not just hold them accountable for what's coming up. Let's hold them accountable for what they've done. Now, I don't want to talk to you as a candidate first. I want to talk to you as a voter. Who here is a government employee? Okay. Who here is on retirement? Who's getting a government retirement check? Okay. You know where that money comes from? And your paycheck comes from? And thank you for your service. It comes from the taxpayers of working men and women. It comes from the businesses in the great state of Mississippi. It does not come from lifetime politicians who have never created a paycheck in their life. Okay? That's not where that money comes from. Now, here's what I'm perplexed as a Republican voter. Somebody, please help me make a decision on who I'm going to vote for, because here's what I know. I know that businesses create wealth. Businesses create the revenue for our state and provide for its citizens. Business will lead the way tomorrow. People talk about leadership. When you opened your business this morning, was there a politician there to tell you how to unlock your doors? No, you don't need his leadership. But he was there to tell you you're going to pay a personal property use tax on your office machines. He was there to tell you you're going to pay an inventory tax on the things you haven't sold yet. We don't need leadership, folks. We need a government that gets out of the way and lets business lead the way. Now, here's my perplexed situation as a voter. Our party has one candidate running who is a lifetime politician. Okay? We have 3 candidates running who are business owners. What do they know that I don't know? Or my question is this. The people with little round stickers on their chest, what do you know that I don't know? When this meeting is over, I want someone to take me back to that office and tell me with passion in your eyes, tell me with a fire in your belly, why I should vote for the candidate that you have a sticker for. Whether it's a round sticker or a square sticker, okay? We need to stop voting for relationships. We need to vote for the future of the great state of Mississippi. I'm going to give you a perfect example, then I'm going to finish. I know we've got other candidates who y'all want to hear from, okay? The other day, I built a metal building down in Jackson County. I poured a concrete slab to a metal building. It took us 2 months to put up a building that should have taken 15 days. Here's why. We had to wait for somebody to come. This is a requirement in our county, and I know this is part of these statewide codes that we're adopting, okay? They may not have gotten to your county yet. Before we could pour that concrete slab, the government, our leaders, mandated that we have to treat that soil for termites. Now, you guys know any termites in your concrete? It doesn't happen. Folks, I want to be your governor. I'm a businessman. I'm successful. I do have leadership skills. I will lead in a way that I will get government out of the way. Please vote for Ron Williams. Thank you.
Would you like to use the mic?
I don't need it. I'm a big boy.
Okay. It's all right with
You want me to
you.
stand back there or up here?
Wherever you want.
Good deal. How y'all doing? I'm Hudson, Holliday, and I am running for governor. I'm glad to be here tonight with all these good Republicans. And I was supervisor down in Carter County. I ran 4 years ago, and I had to go meet with a Republican group, and they said, the lady asked me, said, Mr. Holliday, how long have you been a Republican? I said, well, let me think. My father went to New Orleans in 1952 to hear Dwight David Eisenhower speak. Now, this is a guy from Mississippi, my father. And said, to hear Dwight David Eisenhower speak, and he brought some I Like Ike buttons, and I wore them to school. I was 8 years old. I said, you beat that. So I've been Republican for a long time. But since we don't have very long up here for me to talk tonight, I was born and raised in Mississippi. I went to public school. I went to Porter Community College, graduated there, graduated USM. Years later, I graduated from Army War College. Raised by good parents. Taught me so much about living and what's important, to stand up for what's right, stand up for, do the hard right thing versus the easy wrong thing. I'm married, been married to my wife, Paulette, who's a registered nurse, been married for over 44 years. We have 3 children and 2 grandchildren. I'm a member of the First United Methodist Church, where I serve with the chairman of the Board of Trustees. I think my 4th consecutive year. You're supposed to be a 1-year term, but you church people know how that happens. You just keep getting the same job. I'm a board of supervisors, as I said right now, and since I've been a supervisor, we have not raised taxes. And if you look at the people that's under us, there's about 20% less people working there today than there were when I took office. And people are getting a better job. But long before I was a supervisor, I was an entrepreneur, and I've started over 10 different businesses doing the things that everyday Mississippians do all over this state, whether it's in timber, or farming, or construction, or real estate, or concrete business. I even owned a crop dusting service. That shows how smart I am. I even flew crop dusting. I've driven log trucks, I plowed a mule when I was a kid. But I've done the things that everyday Mississippians do, and I know how government impacts them, like Ron says. I know what it is to be on the receiving end of government in business. I've been very successful in business. I was also a soldier in the Mississippi Army National Guard. I'm the only guy running on the Republican tickets that ever wore a uniform. I started out, I joined while I was a senior at Southern. And I was an enlisted soldier for about 6 years, went to OCS over at Fort Benning, Georgia. I was a one-star general when I retired. They gave me my second star. So I've served my country. I've served for almost 35 years, almost 39 years, excuse me. Great honor to wear the uniform. The question you should all be asking is kind of like what Ron said. So what are you going to do to move this state forward? Why should I vote for you? Why should I vote for you? You should vote for a person that you think, and how do we move the state? You should be voting for a person that has a plan and a vision for moving the state forward. Not that I've just been there and it's my turn. It's not their turn. This is not the royal wedding we had last week. This is about having a vision and a plan. We've got to change our image in this state, or we're going to stay on the bottom. There was an article in the newspaper in Vicksburg about a week ago. Do what? Already? Well, let me just finish by saying this. I'm running for one reason. I'm running to make this a better state. I have children and grandchildren, and I want a better future for them and their family. You're going to have a choice, I'll just say. You can vote for a career government man, you can vote for a businessman, or you can vote for a leader. I've done all three. I need your vote. I'm asking for your vote. Thank you so much. 3 minutes past the real fast.
I'm Dave Dennis. I'm running for governor. There are a lot of good people running. There are people that are running because they believe in what they believe in. When Haley is gone, you're going to have a major leadership board in this state. And make no mistake, the governor is the CEO of the state, the ambassador for the state, the salesman, the face of Mississippi. That's who you're hiring. You're not hiring somebody to go out and wave and cut ribbons. You're not trying to hire a career politician. You're hiring somebody that can run the state of Mississippi. When you look around and say, who do we want to throw the keys to? Who should Haley hand the keys off to? Look at who is most qualified. Look at who has signed the front side of the payroll check. Governor Fordyce announced his re-election in our House in 1995. He said, do not ever run for office until you sign the front side of a payroll check. We do that. We do it every week. We've done it for years. Jane and I have a construction company. We've been at it for 34 years. I've been married to Jane for 37, started dating her in the 9th grade. The only reason it was the 9th, my dad would let me start dating her in 8th grade, which was probably a good call on his part. Our daughter Kate, that is beside Jane, is our volunteer statewide scheduler. We have a good, strong campaign going. We've been engaged in Republican politics for many, many, many years. I've been state finance chair. I've been national finance chair of the Southern Republican Leadership Conference. Senator Cochran's finance chair for the southern part of the state. On Senator Wicker's finance committee. We believe in involvement. We believe in doing things. There's a reason that Chairman Greenspan had 3 picks in the Southeast region, and I was one of the Board of Governors picks to be on the New Orleans bed. For $200 a month, I served as chairman 3 different times. There's a reason that the Mississippi Economic Development Council named me their State Volunteer of the Year. There's a reason that the Southern Economic Development Council named me their National Volunteer of the Year. And it's because we get engaged. We do what we're supposed to do. We get involved in a community. Jane's been Businesswoman of the Year 4 years ago per the Mississippi Business Journal. Not because we have a big construction company, but because we get out, we get involved, we fundamentally do what you're supposed to do in the community. Every single day. She co-chaired the Build Back the Coast Fund following Katrina. And if you look around, you don't have to go very far over to Smithville or Vicksburg. We were over on the river last week. We'll be in Vicksburg tomorrow. We had time to come here tonight and go to Vicksburg tomorrow. That's what leadership is. You are hiring a leader. There's some good people here. Ron Williams is a good man. He'd make a good governor. Hudson Holliday is a good man. He'd make a good governor because they get out and do what they're supposed to. Those are the choices you have. You fundamentally have a choice between career politics and business. In our instance, you have a choice between leadership in business. I've chaired Leadership Mississippi 5 different times. Put together the program that takes it around the state in the venue that you have the opportunity to see things. And 3 minutes is quick. I don't know if I get forward. I get forward because we were dancing earlier. But look at who has the qualifications. Look at what a governor is supposed to do. The 2 best governors we've had in this state, from our perspective, both came from the private sector. Both were just non-political people. Haley had run, yes, Governor Fordyce had served as an election commissioner, but both private sector, both Republican, both re-elected, and both emerged as people that have the same mindset we do, and that is private sector over trumps a non-private sector person in terms of leadership. You're not hiring a legislative person to be the governor. You're hiring a leader. You're hiring an executive. You're hiring the chief executive officer for the state of Mississippi. Those are things that we do. That's what we've done our whole life. The chances we've had to get involved in many, many things in this state have been immense, and we've done it, and we've done it with our personal resources. Not with tax money, not with grant money. The things that we've done that have facilitated a lot of the success that you will see in many arenas in the coastal area come out of our pocket, because we believe in the state, because we are passionate about it, because we know that the answers come from people that understand what makes magic happen. And it happens when you have a risk-reward opportunity and you take that risk-reward and you move it forward. Excuse me, because that 3 minutes, when you spit it out, you got to spit it out in a hurry. I'm Dave Dennis. I'm running for governor. I would appreciate your prayers, your consideration, and I would indeed appreciate your vote if you think I'm worthy. If you don't think I'm worthy, I would still appreciate your vote. But we're good people.